Next level of monitoring can be at the testing stage. Certain structures are subjected to test loads before they are actually put to functional use. Examples can be railway bridges, highway bridges, reservoir structures, coastal jetties and dockyards. So, here the period of measurement is actually one recording per sensor per stage of testing, where load change is significant. The next stage of monitoring can be in the period before reconstruction. In this case, monitoring is done several times a day. At irregular intervals. In addition, there can be a periodic monitoring which is continuous monitoring for (24 to 48 hours) to determine effect of temperature and load variations on the existing structure. Based on this, monitored reconstruction is demanded. The next stage of monitoring can be during reconstruction. During reconstruction, period of monitoring can be 4 times a day per sensor for 24 to 48 hours, and there can be many such sessions. Of recording during every stage of reconstruction. The next level of monitoring can be long term monitoring, which is done during the service life of the structure. In this case, period of measurement can be, or period of monitoring can be at least 1 to 4 measurements per day per sensor further it can be one measurement per sensor per week to one per sensor per month. Then it can extend to yearly once, a continuous monitoring of 24 to 48 hours, that is every hour per sensor. The last level of monitoring could be under special events. Measurements are also taken during the event if possible. And after the event, for sure, to understand the post event damages and new damages initiated because of aftershocks. This is generally applicable to events such as heavy rains, because heavy rains can cause foundation settlement, extensive corrosion, etc. It can be also strong wind. It can also cause foundation uplift, extensive bending stress, then formation of flexural cracks, etc. Can be during earthquakes, etc. Now, friends, the type of sensor which we choose depends upon the level of monitoring. The next stage in case of health monitoring is what we say as data management, which is managing the measured data which is very crucial. Depending upon the type of monitoring, the volume of data and the volume data to be processed and forwarded for further communication also varies. So, these data can be collected by various modes: manually, it can be also by semi automatic means, it can also be by complete automatic means. They can also be collected on site or by remote applications, can also be collected periodically or continuously, can also be collected either static or dynamic modes. Further, it is important to see these options can also be combined. For example, in case of a coastal jetty, long term monitoring can be combined with maximum minimum performance observation, which can be either automatic or remote communication. If the data is continuous, is continuously monitored, then it is preferred to handle the data without any human intervention. So, now let us see a quick layout. Data collection can be originated either from single source or multiple source. Multiple source can have sequential or parallel, let us say simultaneous. The data now can be received in different modes like manual, semi automatic or completely automatic. These data then will be fed to a source where can be non scheduled, it can be scheduled. This data can now go to a source where there can be a storage, there can be without storage. So, the data collection and management has a wide option of varieties of methods by which the data can be managed, which are actually collected from the monitored source of information during a system process. So, friends, we attempted to see different advancements in sensor technologies. To understand prior to that, we must know what are the different stages of health monitoring. To understand this, we compared SHM analogy with human health and understood where are the sensor requirements in structural health monitoring. We have seen about 8 stages of structural health monitoring. We have understood how the data collection and management can be varied in a SHM process. In the further lectures, we will talk about different kinds of advancements in the various sensors which are useful for monitoring of different types of structures. Thank you very much and bye.